Imagine standing in a place where rivers of chocolate flow, machines hum in perfect rhythm, and every few seconds, another world-famous KitKat bar is born. Yes, 10 million crispy chocolatey bars are made here every single day. But how does it all happen? Today, we're stepping inside the KitKat factory to uncover the surprisingly complex, incredibly satisfying process behind one of the world's most beloved snacks. Our story starts thousands of miles away from the factory, in the lush tropical fields of West Africa, where most of the world's cocoa is grown. Under the blazing sun, skilled farmers handpick ripe cocoa pods from tall trees. Each pod holds the treasure inside, precious cocoa beans that will one day become smooth, melt-in-your-mouth chocolate. Once harvested, the pods are cracked open and the beans are carefully spread out on large drying mats. For about a week, the tropical sun slowly dries them out, locking in their deep, natural flavor. When ready, these beans are shipped across continents to Nestlé's state-of-the-art KitKat factories. But not just any beans make the cut. Every single batch goes through rigorous testing. Moisture check, to ensure they're perfectly dried. Size and shape, to remove underdeveloped beans. Aroma test, to make sure each bean carries that unmistakable cocoa scent. Only the finest pass inspection, and their next stop? A fiery transformation. The roasting ritual. Inside the factory, the air is filled with the irresistible smell of chocolate. Here, cocoa beans are roasted in giant rotating drums. Temperature and timing are critical. Too much heat, and the flavor burns. Too little, and it never fully develops. This is where KitKat's signature chocolate flavor is born. Balanced, rich, and slightly toasty. Once roasted, the beans are cracked and ground into a thick, glossy cocoa paste. Then, powerful presses extract pure cocoa butter, leaving behind solid cocoa cakes that are ground again into fine, velvety powder. This powder is the foundation of every KitKat's delicious chocolate coating. The secret blend. Here's where the magic formula comes in. Nestlé blends the cocoa powder with milk powder, sugar, cocoa butter, and a few top-secret ingredients to create the smooth, melt-in-your-mouth chocolate we know so well. Huge mixing machines churn for hours, turning solid ingredients into liquid chocolate perfection. Then comes conching, a process where the chocolate is continuously refined to microscopic smoothness. The longer it's conched, the creamier it becomes. After that, it's time for tempering, where the chocolate is heated and cooled at precise intervals. This ensures the final bar will be shiny, snap cleanly, and melt luxuriously on your tongue. The heart of the KitKat, the wafer. If the chocolate is the soul, the wafer is the heart. Each KitKat's iconic crunch starts with a simple mix of wheat flour, sugar, oil, and a touch of salt. But the real secret lies in a leavening agent, the ingredient that gives each layer its light, airy crispness. The batter is pumped through precise nozzles into long, thin baking molds. In seconds, ovens heated up to 400 degrees Fahrenheit, 200 degrees Celsius. Bake the batter into perfectly crisp wafer sheets. After baking, cool air flows across the wafers, helping them stay crunchy and ready for their chocolate embrace. But what's inside those wafer layers? Here's a twist most people don't know. The filling between the wafers is actually made from recycled KitKats. Any imperfect bars that don't meet quality standards are ground up, mixed with chocolate, and turned into the creamy filling that goes between each wafer. So yes, your KitKat contains a bit of KitKat history in every bite. Layering perfection. The wafer sheets are stacked with layers of that silky chocolate filling, pressed together and cut into long strips. Next comes the most mesmerizing moment, the chocolate waterfall. As the wafer fingers move along a conveyor belt, they're coated with flowing liquid chocolate. 3 even layers are poured over them, front, back, and top, until every inch is perfectly covered. Then, another wafer layer is added on top, completing that iconic 4-finger KitKat design. At this point, the factory smells like pure heaven. You can practically hear the snap already, shaping the icon. Now, the chocolate-covered wafers glide down the line toward giant precision cutters. In a split second, each long wafer sheet is sliced into hundreds of perfectly shaped KitKat bars. each one identical in size, weight, and appearance. The cut bars are cooled, hardened, and polished until their glossy surface shines under the factory lights. Every second, thousands of these chocolate masterpieces move down the conveyor belts in a mesmerizing, rhythmic flow, like an endless chocolate river producing joy in perfect sync. The power of have a break. Of course, KitKat isn't just famous for its taste, it's also one of the most brilliantly marketed chocolates in history. In 1958, the world first heard the slogan, "Have a break, have a KitKat." Simple, memorable, universal. It's more than a tagline, it's an invitation, an encouragement to pause, to relax, to give yourself a moment of joy in a fast-paced world. And that message turned KitKat into a global icon, linking the idea of a break with the sound of a perfect chocolate snap. Quality that never sleeps. Before any KitKat bar reaches your hands, it passes through a series of advanced quality checks. Even the tiniest imperfection, like an air bubble or uneven coating, means the bar won't make it to the shelves. But nothing goes to waste. Those rejected bars are recycled back into the chocolate filling for new ones, ensuring every bit of cocoa counts. Once approved, robotic arms wrap each bar in shiny foil and the signature red packaging we all recognize instantly. From there, millions of KitKats are boxed, loaded onto trucks, and shipped across the globe, spreading joy from Tokyo to Toronto, London to Lahore. Every single day, roughly 10 million KitKat bars leave the factory. That's enough to give a break to almost everyone in a city the size of New York. Every single day. A bite of happiness. Next time you unwrap a KitKat, remember, inside that simple red wrapper lies an incredible journey. From African cocoa farms to advanced European machines, from the hands of farmers to the hearts of chocolate lovers. Each bar represents a perfect balance of science, craft, and sweetness. That satisfying snap you hear? It's not just the sound of chocolate breaking. It's a sound of joy, precision, and 90 years of chocolate-making mastery. So the next time life feels overwhelming, remember the slogan that started it all. Have a break. Have a KitKat. If you enjoyed this delicious journey inside the KitKat factory, don't just crave, click. Hit that like button to support more fascinating food factory tours, and subscribe to the channel so you never miss the next bite-sized adventure into the world's most iconic foods. Because here, every story is made with passion, just like your favorite chocolate bar.